flavor of a memory. Whenever all the stars above are shining.
Hello, good morning. So as we wait for the spinning wheel, Hallmark app, by the way, a little glitchy. Still in isolation. I got a call this morning from my doctor that I'm released contingent on the kids. And right now, we're still waiting on Orion's test results. Downside to things is the baby having kind of almost like gone backwards. He was doing great, and I just talked to his pediatrician, so I'll kind of fill you guys in on this and make it short so it's not, I feel like all these vlogs lately have been so chatty, but basically night before last, he woke me up out of my sleep because I heard him literally gasp to breathe, and my reaction, wasn't even thinking. I flung up, turned him on his side, was patting him on his back. And so, yeah, he was like cough, choke, gasping to breathe, which scared the living daylights out of me. And then it happened like every hour that night. It was crazy and brutal. We were exhausted. But I was like, okay, let's see how he is in the morning. We got to the morning. He was cranky, but like fine. And then during the day, he kind of had a cough, but it wasn't so bad. So I was like, okay, maybe it was just kind of a one-off. Then last night, again, twice of the cough, gas, like choking. So I was like, and then of course I did the thing that you shouldn't do, which is I went on to Google and was like looking at stuff that can happen with these infants and babies who have had COVID and just like how it can like mess them up and have all this like stuff in the long run. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I called, when the doctor called me, I had him send a message to the boy's pediatrician if he could call me, which the boy's pediatrician here, love him. I love though that he takes the time to really like listen to us and stuff. Anybody who's military, you know, it can get really difficult to find a doctor that you love, and I love him. Stuff, and like I was telling him, I mean, because this isn't my first rodeo, you know, this isn't my first kid. I was like, I know that like he can cough and he can have this mucus and stuff, but I was like, I just was concerned with that gasp, like that it's not like in his lungs and stuff. But he was saying because it's especially more prevalent when I lay him down than it is like him just in general, that he's not as concerned. But obviously, you know, we're going to still keep watching him, monitoring him. The biggest thing is like, even the pediatrician was saying, is like to get us cleared so that we can come into the doctor's office. Because believe it or not, the oxymoron to this whole situation with COVID is that if you're positive and you're sick, you can't be seen by the doctors. Hopefully we get Orion's test results. Orion's negative. Here's hoping. I don't even know what I would do if he comes back positive. Orion's negative. If Orion's negative, I'm going to speak it into existence. Orion's negative, then we're cleared, and then I can make the appointments for the boys to be seen by the doctor. Orion needs to go for his 4-year well visit and immunizations, and then Dante didn't get to go for his 4-month, obviously, because we were in isolation, so he needs to go and do his 4-month immunizations and get checked out. And I just want him checked out because after all this just mom paranoia with it all, I guess you could say, I just want to make sure my baby's like 100%. After this whole experience though, I'm definitely being a little bit more low-key until things hopefully get somewhat back to normal. Like, I hope this isn't our new normal of mass and changing from regions and zones and not being able to travel and all this kind of stuff. But I'm hoping that once we get through kind of this initial winter flu season, some of that kind of stuff, I will be out a little bit more. But for right now, I just kind of feel like I don't really want to be taking the baby out to a lot of public places and stuff again. Because this was just nuts to me. I did order some food. So in the midst of all this, we were just a complete crap show this morning. While the doctor's talking to me, the food truck that I ordered from came, but luckily at this time I was ahead of my game and I went ahead and wrote what it was that I wanted, but I still had to tell him like, hold on. And he didn't know, because like the last time he came, I just didn't answer because I didn't have the energy. He came, and because I was cleared, I feel better now that I've been cleared to like sort of interact, I guess you could say, even in that capacity. Like before, I just didn't feel comfortable at all to like even tell anybody ringing my doorbell anything. Like I just didn't want to risk it. And so now that obviously I'm cleared, I feel a little bit better. So I put my mask on and everything. I had to tell him, hold on a second. He's used to being able to come up to my door, come in my house. And I felt so bad because I'm like trying to translate, like, no, you can't come in. So he's kind of like, what? So anyways, I go down to the gate and I'm giving him my list and I'm trying to like translate and telling him that the baby was sick and stuff like that. So he knows I'm not just being like weird and rude. But I ordered some food, which I will show you guys here in just a little bit when I'm putting that away. Okay, so I'm gonna take advantage of the baby still sleeping. I'm letting him sleep as long as he wants. I'm gonna wash out his bottle and then I'm gonna make myself some lunch. Hopefully I can eat it before he wakes up. Also, I just wanna mention my face is breaking out and purging because I started, let's set you down for a second here. Started the Alani new balance pills again, which some people use for acne. I use it for getting my hormones and stuff back in check. So yeah, but it causes this like purging. So my face from postpartum and the balancing, it's like got me kind of breaking out a little bit. Let's see if I can make myself some lunch. I pre-made some tuna for myself last night, which I did it in a way, I'm trying to get my body back, you guys. Like, I feel like there's, oh, baby screaming. Well, just kidding. Anyways, I will share the recipe probably most likely, but it tastes so good and I can't wait to try it as a melt. I love tuna melts, but I did it a little bit healthier because, like I said, I'm trying to get my body back, trying to work on that. The biggest thing is I need to be able to find time for my fitness. I need to make time for it. I'm determined today, even if it's just some stretching, to do it. Physical exercise and eating better will just work itself out with my body, even if it takes a long time, that will work. I still have some time. I'm trying to look good for my bestie's wedding, which I'm the maid of honor, so I need to try to, I just don't want to be looking too Oompa Loompa like. I want to be that slim thick. You guys know I liked pre-pregnancy of him. I was very happy with my body. I even know how to, it's like, do you even lift? That's what you need to say. Like, do you even lift? Mama, do you even lift? Do you even lift? Will you let me set you down so I can make my melt? I'm gonna take that as a no. So let's feed you. Let's see if we can feed you. Okay, so here we are, a mess. Oh, hold on. Baby will not let me eat. I have my melt going in the toaster oven. He's eaten and he's just having a fit. So I think it's about to be time for him to go down for another nap. I realized I forgot about the frozen food I ordered, you guys. Like, holy moly. Anyways, let me show you guys real quick because this is like thawing. What it is that I... Did you see that? You guys, real life. So quickly, I got these meatballs. I got more of this meat, which I actually really like. It is turkey kebab meat, and I just like to be able to just cook it up and put it with different things. Frozen. So I got actual porcini mushrooms. This I'll let thaw because, oh, I did not realize it's this much. Holy moly. I got 2 things of frozen artichokes. I got this like olive concoction. I got this pasta, which has Montasio cheese, which is my absolute favorite. And then I got 2 of these next things. So I got 2 of just my smoked salmon, which I love. And I got 2 things of some halibut. So it's like halibut. I've never done that with the whole salmon thing, so I figured I would try this one. This is the angle that I can get because right now I'm holding a bottle with the other hand. But look at that. So we're just sitting here. Someone just woke up from their nap not too long ago. We're so off schedule. It's not even funny. Luckily the baby can go down still and be fine. He's like loving YouTube right now. But Orion didn't nap, which is also good. So luckily I can get them down still on time, but it's just one of those we're so off schedule. Like I said, just fed him, which it led me to like turn on the camera and just say that I realized at this point in time I was really suffering with my mental health with Orion and breastfeeding. If you guys have followed us from like my old channel, then you know that I wasn't successful in breastfeeding with him. I would pump maybe between the two breasts like 2 ounces. Struggled so hard with that and just feeling like a failure. And so it's been like, I realized as I was feeding him, like what a blessing, like as hard as this is to breastfeed, I was just like, wow, like you did it. Like I was so determined this time to breastfeed, and I did a ton of research and all of it paid off. I stuck to it. It's not something that I'm going to make a video about because I never want people to feel one way or the other about it. And I don't feel like the shame that happens or being on one side or the other. I will say that I obviously enjoy being able to breastfeed him, but I also have been in your shoes if you're somebody who cannot breastfeed your child, and I've been there, you know? So, it's interesting to be on both sides of the spectrum, but yeah, I just realized we've crossed a milestone that with Orion I wasn't able to do, and with him I've been able to do, and I'm just so thankful for that. This house is an actual disaster. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. My motivation is getting less and less and less, but I think I'm going to force myself to keep watching YouTube and cleaning videos to try to get some little bit of motivation. I think I'm going to go ahead and get these kids down, and then I think I'm going to, instead of going down with them, usually I go to sleep at the same time, and as tired as I am, I think tonight is a night that I am going to go ahead and at least try to kind of tidy and yeah, clean up just a little bit because it's just getting really out of control. It is. It is. And how's Mama supposed to even live her best? Oh, that cough, you guys. So that's where we're at. Can you look and say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. You say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Then I know I'll never be alone. Wherever all my wishes may